Hey there, and welcome to the Wealthy LaLa Show, episode 153. How you be today? I am feeling pretty fine. I'm watching, the beautiful sunset has just gone down. I'm so grateful. There is a place where I just so get off on sunsets and sunrises now, just like never before. I feel so blessed to be able to see them. So today is a Wednesday, and I am going to do a mini reading today because I had a deck that was like, I want to have a reading done. I'm like, okay. So I was like, just going to pick one card, and four fell out. So I'm like, all right, we're doing four. So I will be posting these in the Wealthy Lala Facebook group. And I will also put them on the Wealthy LaLa Show on Instagram. So if you guys want to actually see the actual cards that got picked, they will be there. Okay. This particular deck is called Find Your Happy. It's a daily mantra deck by Shannon Kaiser. All right, so I will put a link in the show description so you guys can, see them on Amazon or purchase them for yourself or something if you like that kind of thing. I do. So quite excited because I have another couple of decks that are going to be coming here soon. Soon, soon, soon. I have so much fun playing with them. Anyway, so because there's four cards, it's going to be set up a little differently. So it's going to be one on the left, there's going to be two in the middle, one on top of each other, one on the top, one on the bottom, and one to the right. So what I want you to do is ask a question of yourself, of the universe. What do you want to know? Do you want to know something about your business, about your body, about work, about a relationship, about choosing something for yourself in the future? Or if you just be like, hey, universe, surprise me. What message do you have for me today? Okay, so go ahead and ask your question. Take a big breath in. Blow it out. And then ask. Oh, wow. All right. Okay. And so, what card or cards pop for you? So there's left, the top, the bottom, and the right. All right. Okay. So let's start with the left. It is I nourish my nudges. Now, this is the card that popped for me. So when they were all flipped over, that was the one that kind of went, hello. So for me, getting that card, I nourish my nudges. It's just reminding me to really acknowledge and be aware of the nudges that I get and nourish them, like take care of them and choose them as best as I can. So yeah, so trust your intuition with what these cards mean for you, okay? I'm not going to be reading out of the book. I found that doing all that reading last Wednesday was just too much for me. Okay. Um, Now the middle on the top, if you got that card, take it one day at a time. So whatever you're asking about, just take it one day at a time. And the bottom in the middle, I deserve better. Now I'm wondering what you guys asked and that created that card being pulled. I'm really curious about that. I deserve better. Very interesting. Is it, choose you deserve better with taking better care of your body in some way? Is it within a relationship or a work environment? Or, just is there a way that you could treat yourself even better? Do you have a lot of self-judgment? Because, man, that can be one that we can all get so hung up on, especially women with our bodies and stuff. Okay, and the right people, last and final card today was I listen to my feelings. So feelings are the language of the body, according to Dr. Joe Dispenza and his work. And so what is your body trying to show you? And remember, these feelings are the ones that are actually locked in our body. So in the event that you've got things like blame, shame, regret, you've got, anger, and discomfort and that, what is your body trying to tell you? Okay, so really be aware. Feelings are information. They're not, anger is not worse than joy. It's just information. It's information, and what is it creating in your world? And without the judgments and the points of view about the word or being angry or guilty or something like that, just take the information for what it is, and then you can choose and change it if you so desire to after you find out what the awareness of what it is for you. So, anyways, that's the cards for today, people. And so I wanted to share with you guys something that came into my email inbox yesterday. And I started this last night. It was really, really, really cool. Such a neat invitation. Okay. Now it comes up with it actually, you click on it and it's called Feel Better in 2 Minutes. So I was like, well, okay, I love looking for reasons that's going to make me feel better in 2 minutes. So this is by Odile and Steve Remmert, Remmert. Now, I've talked to you guys about emotional freedom technique. So emotional freedom technique, some people have taken it and expanded on it and gone like down a different route with it. So there was this one fella, Robert G. Smith, who created what's called Faster EFT. With Faster EFT, he uses less of the points. He uses some NLP, which is linguistic programming, and Google it, you guys. I'm not going to go in to explain these things. And he has, sort of this other stuff. And so I've watched some of his videos and even taken a class or two of his. And his work is, it's incredible. It's another way, it's another resource to create change in your body and your life. Now, this couple, Steve and Odile, what they've done is they had trained, I think, with EFT first, and then also got into the Faster EFT. And with the Faster EFT, they've now expanded into their own way of, now I can't remember what they call it. It's like CMT, but it's changing childhood memories, okay? And I was just sort of gonna just see if there was something. Now I can't find anything on this blog page, but I'm gonna link this blog page in the show description, okay? And so you guys can find it yourself and then, carry on with more information if you so choose. So now this is so cool. Something really simple. And what it helps you do is gets you into a better feeling place, okay? Now, so what you're going to do, you're going to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, blow it out. Now, I want you to imagine yourself as a child standing in front of you. And any age, whatever comes up. And so far as I've been doing this, I've been getting anywhere from 1.5 to a teenager. So just trust, even if it's you as a young adult, like just whatever age shows up for you. For me, I'm getting about 6 right now. Now, give that little you a hug and reassure that child that you love him or her. Wow. This is about the 5th time that I've done this now. What they are actually asking you is to try and pick to do this like 4 times a day. And they're actually doing a 7-day self-love challenge. Self-love challenge. So what you do is you actually do this 4 times a day for the next 7 days, and then just see what's created in your life. Okay? Because energetically, when you do this, when you go in and you give the little you a hug and healing and reassure them that you love them, it actually can rewrite the history of yourself. And so as you give the little you whatever it required, it can just literally change and create magic. They write in here, that's it. It's simple, it's quick, but it's powerful. It's powerful because the subconscious doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. And when you hug that little you, tell them that you love them, your subconscious will believe you. And if it is a little weird and wacky and uncomfortable at first, just play with it and invite yourself to do it. Okay? It says, as you can see, it takes very little time and no effort at all. But as you do it, it will start to dilute the stress chemicals that cause negative emotions with feel good chemicals. And it will start to allow blood flow back into the prefrontal cortex of your brain. And because of the physiological effect on your brain and body due to the change in a chemical state, this activity is accumulative. And what you'll notice is that with the accumulation of that, like the more you do it, the more powerful the knock-on effects will be. The more you do it, the easier it will become. So if this is something, if you have, anything from your past, and I mean, God, it's pretty hard for, all of us to not, right? So whether it came from your family of origin, it could be parents, could be siblings, could be, extended family members, could be from school, could be a teacher, students that other students, could be the kids that live down the street, like, oh my gosh, like, it could be at a job you had when you were a teenager, like anything. The more you do it, the more powerful the effects will become and the easier it will become. So, let yourself play with this. Now, I've done it about 5 times, like I said, and just each time I just feel just a little bit better and a little bit better. And this is one of those other things, like when I've talked on previous shows, like you can choose things that will create you to feel, lighter and more expansive in your life and your body. And it could be movement, it could be meditation, it could be watching a funny show, like allowing yourself to have laughter. We bought ourselves a small 2-seater hot tub, but it's actually shaped an oval shaped. And so we each sit on one end of it, my hubby and I. And yesterday we went out in it and just outside with a toque on and the cold weather, or the cool weather and the contrast between the heat of the hot tub. It's just so refreshing and it's fun for me. So something like that is a feel good. Another, it could be cooking for you. It could be watching a funny YouTube video, hugging your grandbabies, hugging your partner, your kids. Like allow yourself to receive more. And I think it was on yesterday's show, I was talking about like the 0 to 100%. I was kind of looking at that a little bit more about where have I been functioning mostly from. And I was actually listening to something Dr. Joe had been talking about today too, Dr. Joe Dispenza. And he was talking about, or my interpretation of what he was talking about was, really asking yourself, like, where do you sit? Like, where do you normally sit? Like, energetically, where do you sit? Like, where do you actually sit with your thoughts and your feelings? So what I noticed is that I had negative feelings, right? But I didn't take care of them. And then I would sit in this neutral zone. So I've not really gone above 50%, what I'd call. So 50% for me would be like neutral. 60% would be allowing a little bit of fun and joy. 70% more and more. And if we start cruising towards the 80, like we're letting our body and our life have 80% of vibrancy and wealth and fun and playful and inspired, whatever energetic priorities or energies that would be fun for you to have, a love for life. There's people that pick majestic and there's people that, there's just like whatever, pick whatever is fun for you. When you allow yourself to have more of that, do you know the universe actually will have your back and gift you with more of the things that will actually create that? So it's not like you even have to do this job all by yourself, but you do have to begin to choose it first yourself. Then this will be created beyond it. You can't sit and wait for this vibrancy, sit there and wait for it to come to you to then choose it. You have to actually choose it first. It's so crazy. Like I've probably heard this like hundreds of times already, and it's still taking me more. It's still taking me till now to choose it even more. Like I choose it a little bit and I play with it. And then I choose it a little bit more and I play with it. And choose it a little bit more and then play with it. And choosing this kind of little exercise, this little technique that Stephen O'Deal have talked about here, taking a deep breath, closing your eyes, imagine yourself as a child standing in front of you, any age, whatever comes up. Now give that little you a hug, reassure that child that you love him or her. Like allowing yourself to receive that is creating greater in your life. It changes the energy frequency of your body and your life and your future. Oh gosh, people, like I am just so getting this myself. And I just love if you're willing to play with it with me too. And if not, I'm going there. I'm going there, people. I am. And how does it get any better? So I'd love to hear from you. If you guys try this technique, let me know what you think. You have an idea for a show? Let me know. Anyways, thewealthylala@gmail.com. And I so look forward to hooking up with you again next time on tomorrow's podcast. All right. Take care. Big hugs.